It is the morning, the morning after Goop Guard and Wolf Mask Guy. It is just for cracking. It is Tuesday, I'll say.
Tuesday.
Where's the
Yes.
club?
Taco Tuesday.
Where's the
Thursday
club?
is when waste management is picking
Wednesday.
up stuff. Wednesday.
You were told on Monday that they will pick it up in 2 days and then in 5 days or something like that.
Okay.
On Wednesday and on Friday is when they said that they would pick it up.
Can I check in on Anna? Just be like, hey, how are you feeling after yesterday?
He just shakily says, I think I'll be all right.
Do you want me to teach you some like rudimentary moves with a sword so you can defend yourself?
No,
Oh,
I don't think I can lift a sword.
a dagger.
I'll be okay.
Do you still have your magic? I know that that's more linked to souls.
I don't know.
Okay.
Why don't you try casting something?
If you want to.
And you just see her like kind of flex her hand for a little bit and then like thrust her arm out, but no magic is cast.
Maybe you'll gain it back eventually.
I mean, will it be getting it back if it was only ever yours?
The magic I could cast using your body was very unique.
Wait, I have an idea.
We-
I have an idea. What the item that you use that you can like store spells in. That doesn't
Oh,
require like can you load a spell in there
I-
and then she just has to hold it and do it?
I could load that actually.
Nadia will speak up and say, after we investigate these leads, I'm thinking of just patrolling the town, seeing if there's any civil unrest that needs quelling.
There is civil unrest. There was like a small riot when we first got here.
Okay, well, I'll do as much as I can to keep it from reaching a critical point then.
Okay.
Also, anyone that gets like black sludge that tries to suffocate it, make sure those people are watched, because yeah, they've exploded in the past into more black sludge.
Air quotes on people.
Oh my god.
No, air quotes on watched. What he really means is black bag 'em. That's how we do it in Garver. You're
a
a
big
threat,
X.
black bagged.
Put a big X on their door, lock them in, and then burn the house down.
Hey Eve, by the way, is that black core that Burma grabbed anything? Is it anything that we need to use or send?
Send or use?
Like,
That's a good question.
should we send it to the research people? Is there?
It's the activating component for the stuff. Like the Black Wolf Mask guy couldn't have controlled the guard like that without using the core.
So it's just like a brain. Like, is it going to be like pulled to other black sludge? Like, can we use it as a detector?
I think I remember that. So if I'm not mistaken, the Black Core is kind of the control unit for it. I think if you just have it in you, it just kind of simmers under the surface and then eventually explodes out. But if you have the Black Core, then you can be actively manipulated. I don't know if we can use it. We can experiment. Like
Bring some of my blood close to it. See if the black sludge moves or if the core
Yeah.
moves towards it.
So as you were originally holding the black core or the Negredo core in your hand, it gave off a steady thrum, 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 but very slowly and like almost like a minute in between. Module will then cuts his hand, and you can see the blood that is very faintly tinted with black specks dripping from his palm as he kind of squeezes it and drips it over the core. At first, a difference is unnoticeable, but if you wait long enough, you will discover that the core is the beating is starting to pick up a little more, the more that drips onto it. But it doesn't. There is no mass to the core itself. There is no extra Negredo around it. All of that was purged away. It just seems to be this core. You do notice though, eventually, I'll say like eventually the all of the blood that drips on almost immediately turns black as well, and it adds to the mass of the Negredo core. And the mass that it does gain starts to reach a tendril up towards the blood dripping.
Okay, I pull it
Okay.
away. Take my
Okay.
dagger and I cut off the tendril.
You hear like the burning and sizzling of flesh as it writhes and slowly just melts away.
Okay.
What does it say?
This might be a very good detection method. Good idea. I don't remember who, but good idea. Oh, by the way, I cast Aid on Anna, Winston, and MK. So
You try and cast it on MK. When you turn to cast it on him, you notice that for a while now he had just been doing cartwheels essentially, but they're just flips. They're just consistent, constant flips all around the entire area that you're standing in. And eventually he just suddenly stops, looks around, and approaches a group of punks essentially, and like kids and truant teenagers, and he starts showing off these parkour, like he just starts parkouring around them, and the kids, their eyes seem to brighten, and they start joining in with him as he teaches them how to parkour across the rooftops.
when
other
they
than
start getting
that-
to the rooftops, I'm like, MK?
Yeah, very quickly, like they were so amazed, and MK parkour is the one thing that he knows amazing, that like they learn quickly. You can see them like start to just scale walls so easily.
Parkour.
MK, hold up. I have an
I'm
idea
gone.
actually.
I'm too far away.
You could have the. Oh god, he's so far. Can someone get him? MK.
Tasog just says, "Okay, I can go get him."
Okay, well, you don't have to tell him to convince those kids to scout around town for incidents and help the guards out in these trying times, since they're going to be on roofs anyway.
I will ask if he is willing.
Fair enough.
And you just see Tasog like just slowly lumber towards the building, just look up, crouch a little bit, and then just jump up onto like a nearby building,
Starts
and then
parkour.
start
my
run
God.
after them.
Yeah.
I forget that he's an elephant person, so that's like insane.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I can't cast 8 on MK. I'll cast it on Module instead. You need those extra points for all the stabbings you're going to be doing.
Okay, waste management first. MK, as you are parkouring across the building and these kids are just following you, you like do one flip and you see behind you Tasog is just running across the rooftops. He is gaining ground, like not super fast, but he is gaining. Like he's not being left behind.
Parkouring with us.
A little bit, yeah.
MK's impressed.
Yeah,
He
he does
looks
really well.
well.
In fact, it looks like at some points, even despite his bulky frame, it looks like a little more graceful than yours.
MK.
But the kids, you have the kids' loyalty. They are ride or die for you.
Yeah, don't mess him up.
essentially.
I stop and I wait. I wait for him.
He catches up.
Oh, Tasog, I hadn't realized you were a man of culture.
Well, it looked like what you were doing was quite enjoyable, so I thought I might join in as well. Everyone else you see as MK just does like a quick, like, stands at the edge of the building, turns around, and does a quick, like, backflip off and lands right in front of you guys after doing, like, a little backflip with a twist. And you hear him shout out, "Parkour!" as he lands, like a perfect landing.
I will clap politely. Not anymore.
I'll give him a high five.
You also see as Tasog stands at the top or at the roof of the building. Instead of doing a backflip, he just does a front flip as well, and you can hear very faintly he just says parkour, and he lands with a loud thud on the ground.
I will clap for him as well.
Applause all around.
You guys like that? I kind of got a no offense, but I kind of got bored during the discussing what to do, so I kind of took matters in my own hand.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay. MK. So I'm just glad you came back, and let's go do this.
You
We
enter
do this.
into the waste management facility. The front area that you enter into seems to be more of like an office area, like more administrative work is handled here. A clerk just like immediately notes you and says, "Oh, hello. What seems to be the issue?"
Hello, we are here on behalf of the city, and we would like to investigate where you put the contaminated barrels from the city's filtration system.
On behalf of the city, I'm. He starts flipping through some papers. I'm sorry, I don't have this. This meeting.
I'm gonna flip open the
arranged?
badge. I'm gonna
This
flip
is
open
really
the badge. They work
important.
from coalition. Like, why are we being? Show us where the fucking barrels are going.
I feel like I was as direct as I could about
Trust
it.
me, you don't want to be holding us up. This isn't gonna be work out well for you.
All take out our weapons.
Oh my god.
Professionally, no,
Oh.
not threatening.
Christ.
Like,
Intimidation.
not gonna
yeah,
be good for your career.
I feel like I said it as direct as I could, right?
That's still like a.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a threat.
It was yeah, that's correct.
It was a promise.
These are dire circumstances, and we can't really afford to be slowed down by your bureaucracy.
Go take us to the fucking trash.
The clerk immediately goes like sheet white in the face. He's like, oh, yeah, of course, right this way. Stands up and like leads you to the back of the facility. This building is not exceptionally large, and it's mainly just because it's supposed to be the disposal of waste. Why would they keep very much like they don't need very much space? But you do see a variety of waste disposal methods. The most prominent being incinerators. They have just 3 big incinerators, and you see some of like the similar looking disposal barrels off to the side of several of the incinerators, or all of the incinerators. There are several essentially like workers manning these stations, some of which just pick up the barrels and throw them into the incinerators.
So you get these here from the sewer, right?
Yeah.
Do you have like a log of like how many you get from the sewer typically, like on a delivery or whatever day they're picked up? Like, documented at all?
Yeah, it's somewhere over there, and he like gestures off to the side. Look, we don't really handle like deliveries or pickups. We're mainly just like the technicians. We're the ones that actually get rid of the waste and stuff.
All right. Well, who do we talk to about who's receiving these?
There's Todd over there. I don't know. He'll sort you out.
And have you ever seen anything weird in these?
I mean, not really, unless they're labeled
Black,
like
sludgy.
"Do not burn." We don't really like throw them in.
Where do you take the do not burn ones?
For those ones, we usually if I remember correctly, we've got like a wasteland or a landfill down east of the town that we have to like transport them out, but that doesn't happen for a while. We usually don't have a lot of those.
So where do you store the do not burn ones, and are these all of them, or do you have a storage room?
If I remember correctly, we've got a couple here and there. Usually at like the end of the week, we transport them to a warehouse within the town.
Oh, and where is this warehouse within the city?
Yeah, it's just this way, and he like will identify where you need to go.
Who determines who's like what's not going to
Do
be
not
burnt?
burn.
I don't know, man. There's like a whole process on it. I'm just
Don't
kind of
know.
like one cog of the
Who
machine.
can we ask?
I'm guessing like some material in it would just not be good to burn for the environment, like long term or whatever. I don't know.
Can we talk to your manager?
Yeah, Todd.
Can we talk to
Todd.
someone who knows something? Okay, Todd.
I'm gonna go start cracking open barrels in the do not burn pile while you guys
Mhm.
talk to Todd, okay?
Todd, the manager.
And I pull out my crowbar that I took from the raccoon.
I'm gonna start parkouring to the warehouse.
Tasog will go with you. He's not parkouring this time. He's just kind of running.
Arguably, it's taking me more time because I have to find buildings to parkour over.
Does Tasog Naruto run?
An elephant.
You know
man.
what? Yeah, he does.
An
With his
elephant?
trunk too. His
So
trunk
what
is
is-
also just like
Is
dangling
his trunk
behind
like
him.
dragging on the ground?
Yeah, not on the ground. It's like a strand of hair that's just like over his shoulder, dangling in the wind.
What about his tusks?
His tusks are just out in front of him. Anyway, we'll start with the group that's going to talk to Todd.
Just the man we were looking for.
Yeah, what's up? What can I do you for?
Winston, Coalition.
Yeah.
so- Can you give us like a rundown of how things usually go here? Who tracks how many barrels come in? Who's determining like what is burnable and what's not? Does someone else come and pick these up? Do you keep track of them after they get shipped to the warehouse? We have a suspicion that things are going missing somewhere along the way, or some things in here that aren't supposed to be are going to some bad people, and that's kind of causing a lot of the chaos in the town here.
All right. Let's slow down a little bit, just to kind of cover my own tail here before I start speaking, and you officials like start gunning after me.
Hey, you're not in any trouble here, Todd. And
This is a
trust me,
bunch
we've
of
got your back.
this is a bunch of waste. We never really thought that anyone would start rummaging through the stuff that we filter out of our water. It's not exactly useful, ever. But now that you're
Fair
saying
enough.
all this and laying it out, like, we do have procedures, okay? The ones that go and like and then pick up the shipments, they are supposed to tally when they pick it up and how many barrels they pick up. They are then supposed to also mark the ones with the help of the filtration people to mark the ones that are meant for manual disposal and the ones that are allowed for burning. Usually the ones that we do not burn are the things that are highly combustible. For example, if there's for some reason a high concentration of oil in the stuff that has been filtered out in one particular barrel, essentially, or large amounts of like physical objects, but we don't usually get very many of those do not burn canisters, so it usually takes a while to stockpile it. So we collect those kinds of barrels throughout the week, and then at the end of the week we tally up how many we have, and we ship them out to a warehouse we have in town. At the end of every month, we take them out to a landfill out east, and that's where we dispose of all that stuff.
Good to know. I'm gonna take out the vial of black sludge that I have. Does this look familiar to you? This substance? We've seen some of this in the water down in the sewers, and it's been getting filtered out. And we suspect that this is going. This is what we're looking for specifically. You seen
I'm
anything
gonna
out of
be
the ordinary?
I'm gonna be honest, it's not exactly any of our jobs to be cracking these things open. Like it's all supposed to be trash. We just get rid of it, and
So you
that's
don't
kind of the end of
open.
our day. Is there anything else I can do for you, you fine folk?
No, I think that's about it, Todd.
You can have a great day, Todd. That's what you can do
Yeah.
for us.
Every day's a great day when you're working in paradise.
It's a great outlook.
I shoot him a singular finger gun.
On the flip side, Modril and Buramon, you take your crowbars and pry open one of the do not burn canisters. Inside, it seems to be no black sludge,
This is
just a
the most recent
variety
one.
of trash.
I'll crack open a few more.
Yeah, you crack open a few more. No black sludge.
Are there any that are stored in like a different barrel or have anything that's like marks or anything?
Any black sludge that's stored in a different barrel?
No, is there like any different barrels, different kinds of barrels here, or anything with like any engravings or carves or something?
They're just the standard barrels that they're like burning and melting down.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah,
We check those.
nope.
Sure, yeah, I'll crack open the ones that they are burning. See if there's
Okay.
any black sludge on there.
It seems like they're burning them like oldest first, so you can find the newest one pretty quickly. You take like the 5 most recent ones. Each one of them seems to be from essentially like a different batch or a different like delivery batch, which tracks with the records that they have on hand as well. The first and second one have no black sludge in it. The third one does, and then the fourth and fifth one do not.
I'm gonna wave the team over.
Where
Whoever's
did the
still here.
Where did the third one come from?
Did these all come from the same location but at different times? Or.
Yes, all from the same location at different times.
Okay, can I crack open the seventh one?
The seventh one? Okay.
Wait, sorry, I mean the sixth one, sorry.
The sixth one?
I don't know why I said
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, you crack open the sixth one. There is black sludge in it as well.
So every third
Well,
week.
let's check. Let's crack open the ninth one and see.
Yeah, ninth one.
Black sludge.
Can I count every third one until we get to the stuff that they are currently burning?
Yeah, you are able to.
And I'll crack that one open, like the one that they're like about to start burning.
Can this stuff get into the
It
air?
is a markedly less amount, but yes, you do see traces of black sludge stained onto the inside of the oil canister.
Without explaining, can I take one of the barrels and just walk off with it? The one that has like it's starting to have black sludge, but it's not a lot of black sludge.
Yeah, one
don't
of them
feel-
goes, "Hey, what the hell? We need that."
Coalition business.
Coalition.
Ah.
Wait,
Damn
do we want to
coalitions.
check the incinerator? and see if there's
Jersey
any?
guy.
Yeah, let's check out the incinerator. Let's turn it off
Turn that one off.
Why?
Coalition business.
because we said so.
Ah.
Coalition business.
This guy sounds like Watto from Star Wars.
One of them says, I can turn it off. It'll still be like flaming hot.
Turn it off.
Ah. He turns off the incinerator.
What am I looking for?
We're
Black
looking for
sludge.
black sludge residue.
Residue?
Also
Somewhere-
check the like filters or whatever.
Yeah,
The
is
what?
it going somewhere? Like,
Just check the like
what's up in
floor.
there?
Yeah. Check the floor for like black sludge. Check the like exhaust pipes. Check everything for black sludge.
Is there like drainage or something in there that maybe
Okay,
that's
I
going
got it.
on?
I got it. Someone.
An entire
someone
flock
better-
of waste faculty has gathered, and they're all crying out. Roll
Wow.
investigation.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the black sludge residue. I don't know how there'd be residue, but
If
You look
not,
around
they
on
just-
the inside. You already are kind of like, this is a little ridiculous, because like, you know what Negredo should theoretically be in alchemy terms. It's like, at that point, like they don't really react with anything else. Like the prima materia doesn't really like it. It's kind of supposed to be like the ideal substance. So like, in terms of alchemy, for it to be an ideal substance, burning already is like kind of weird and wild. So you already you have your doubts, and as you're looking through the ashtray or like the ash and like of the filtration system, like that kind of confirms it. It's like, no, there's not really any black sludge like residue. There's no Negredo residue anywhere. I'm not seeing it. And you continue to look around for any like marks. You see soot and scorch marks on the inside of the incinerator. I will say with that investigation, and since investigation is intelligence based, it kind of strikes you that while alchemically it would be a little bit kind of like on an untouchable level in the sense of like it's not something that like burns or combusts. It still chemically and physically behaves like a physical substance. So you don't know what its boiling point is, but eventually it could just evaporate in essence.
okay.
And you kind of are looking up the shaft of where all the smoke goes out. And I will say, as you fly to the very top of one of the chimneys, you do see some Negredo coagulating at the very rim of the chimney,
Lovely.
kind of confirming that doesn't necessarily burn, but it does evaporate.
Alrighty. Can I
So everyone is breathing.
Can I oh god, don't put that in the air.
It is. It has been. So we're shutting this all down, right?
Shutting this down.
Puns aside, can I acid splash the Negredo I do find and see
Yeah.
what that does to it?
I have an idea. You're not gonna like it, by the way.
It essentially,
Oh wait, it's a creature. Sorry. Does it
Yeah.
count as a creature?
I'll say you can. Like, there's no reason why it not.
Yeah.
Like, in this case, it'd be kind of a little ridiculous.
Okay.
So you kind of adjust the amount and the viscosity of it so that it's maybe ideally super effective against this thing, or whatever. As you've turned off the incinerator, already the stuff that is coagulating around the rim is already starting to like dissolve away, as it does not have a core to hold it stable,
Mm-hmm.
and the acid splash just speeds it along.
Okay.
The acid itself, it does not behave like typical acid of the dissolving part, but it acts more as a dissolution, where it kind of breaks the Negredo up into smaller chunks that fade away quicker.
Okay, I'll fly down
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have this very grim expression on my faceplate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just leave. I'll go outside. Pretend to wipe the sweat off of my non-existent brow and say, yeah, it's a little worrying. Well, I found some. at the very top of the exhaust. So it does evaporate at high heat. If it rains, oh my god. But
This could be an easy fix, but you may not like my suggestion.
what's the suggestion?
I'm gonna pull the team away from where the civilians can hear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
Hold
okay,
on. We're going to the bathroom.
theoretically,
Everyone, get in the incinerator.
yeah,
We have to pee.
we're not letting this. We're not letting
No,
this.
you're not supposed to
get
pee
out.
in
The
there.
incinerator together.
I will
I-
say you will have noticed if you had gone through any of their records, which I assume you guys have. You will immediately notice per week, for as long as their records are, there is only one pickup time per week, not two.
Okay.
And yet the filtration
There's
employees said that there are two per week.
Oh.
I don't know what
Okay.
I don't.
So
It
one of
means
So,
that
no.
someone's
Some of this
collecting
is
the
some of this is just getting
blood.
burned. Some of it's going to someone else.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's what we were theorizing
stake out.
before.
the
Wait,
one that
okay,
can,
so-
can we confirm with Todd? Are they expecting a delivery on Tuesday, Wednesday, or is it some other day?
it's Wednesday, Friday.
Okay, no, but
Are they supposed to be getting Wednesday, Friday? And they
Here.
just haven't on
There's-
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Friday going out.
Um,
But what's coming in? What day is coming in?
They are
Let's see.
only expecting on Friday.
Okay.
Okay,
So that Wednesday's going
make
elsewhere.
out is going to be productive.
Okay, well, in any case, going over to MK and Tasog. MK, you reach the warehouse where all of the do not burn barrels are being kept. It's a simple like shed essentially, or like larger than average shed. It has one entrance, no windows, and one padlock.
Is there anyone around the site?
Oh
No.
no, I guess you got to turn around. You can't get
Nope.
in here.
Oh, dang. The DM said no.
I knock on the door just to see
Nope.
the one I can lockpick or not lockpick.
Yeah. I mean, you can always try.
All right, I'm gonna try lockpicking this thing.
Okay, sleight of hand, please. Is it only the ones that you have expertise in that is an automatic 10?
I think it's just proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so then yes, this also would fall under the category of if you rolled lower than a 10, it would just become a 10.
That doesn't matter.
Since you are proficient with thieves' tools.
That's good.
But in this case, you got a natural fucking 20 because of course you did. Yeah, you just look at the lock. You don't even have to take out your thieves' tools. You just like swiftly knock the padlock on the top, and it just unlatches itself. Tasag just approaches from behind. As he comes over and like helps you begin like cracking open one of the barrels. You crack open the barrel. There is nothing of interest. It is just trash. As you're kind of like walking out a little disappointed though, you do notice a presence kind of watching you from a nearby alleyway. That when you take notice, it quickly retreats.
Investigate. Or hold on. I pause to Sog. I just like for him to know that something's wrong. And I start making my way towards the alleyway.
Okay, are you moving stealthily or quickly?
Stealthily.
Hey, roll stealth. Don't know why I even asked, but okay. The dog will also stealth with you. Okay, wow. Garbage.
You used up his good roll for the parkour.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh.
Yeah. He tries to stealth with you, but bumps into one of the oil drums and knocks a couple over, and he goes, "Oh, oh." You quickly hear the presence begin to like run away.
I give chase.
Okay. You easily catch up, and once you catch the person, it seems to just be like a typical thug, but he responds quickly. I swear, I don't know nothing. I promise.
Why are you watching me?
No reason. It's just you took apart that lock. It was so impressive.
I pull out my dagger and I say it again. Why were you watching me?
No reason. I promise. I don't. Roll intimidation
If you don't
with
tell
with
me,
advantage.
I'm gonna cut you a smile that goes from ear to ear. What'd you say?
Oh my god.
What'd you say? Intimidation?
The other guy kind of like smirks a little bit. He's like, Do you even know what a smile looks
I
like?
start pressing the sharp end of the blade on his cheeks.
Okay. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm way out of line. But I promise there's no reason at all. At this point, Tasag kind of puts his tusk on your shoulder and says, "MK, please. It seems as if threats will not aggress our spy."
I sheath my dagger away. I start patting him down for anything on his body.
I mean, yeah, he has like one like measly dagger. It looks pathetic.
Ah!
But Tasag just says, if threats will not suffice, then actual physicality is something we must rely on.
Oh.
And
Oh,
just
shit.
very quickly punches the thug in the gut.
Oh!
And the
Oh,
thug just like
shit.
goes,
Who are you? Why are you following me?
and then like the thug like just topples over as Tasag like stands behind him. And then like just like nods to you. Anyway, you shout at him again. Who are you? Why are you following us?
You better tell us.
He's
And the
talking
guy
shotgun.
this time just like is wheezing deeply on the ground. I, 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 I'm nobody.
Before
I
before
promise.
before he gets to say anything, I'm gonna kick him while he's down.
Okay, you kick him. He wheezes again.
This guy doesn't die.
I promise. I'm nobody. I just thought it was strange how there's been more than one person coming out the warehouse out of like the government officials.
What are you talking about?
I just a weeks back I saw this cloaked guy wearing a mask. He came up and he like broke off the padlock and he went inside. He was looking around for a while and then he just left.
Tell me
I
more. What was the mask?
I thought it was strange.
the
Like no
mask?
one else. It was just I don't know. It was dark. It was dark.
Why
Please
are you
don't
out here in the
kick
dark
me
anyways? That's
again.
kind of weird.
Because I'm a thug. What do you want from me? I told you all I know, please.
When was this? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
I don't know, like a month ago.
Oh, I know.
I don't know, but after he looked out, like he looked around, he pulled out like a notebook, he took some notes, and then he just walked off.
Where did he go? What direction?
We just went towards the center of town.
What was he holding? A barrel? 2 barrels? 3 barrels?
No, like, he didn't take anything with him. That's why it was so weird.
What did he do with his notebook? Just write in it? You need to tell me everything you know.
He just wrote it and he put it back in his cloak.
What did he
Okay.
write?
I don't know. I didn't see. I didn't get close enough.
Was he for 5 minutes?
I thought
10
if
minutes?
I
2
thought if I got
seconds?
too close, I'd die. I don't know. Oh,
Oh, you're coming with me for further questioning.
no, please. I didn't do nothing wrong.
And
I didn't steal nothing. I promise.
Pick
I
him
just
up from
saw
his,
stuff.
I pick him up from the collars of his shirt jacket, and then I tie his or I'll just bring it
The
back.
dog just reaches down with his trunk and restrains the guy.
Yeah, I'll just you have a lot of questions. You have a lot of answers to give, Al, buddy. And then
I told you everything I know.
but before I actually end up leaving, I do at that mention I do put the padlock back on the door.
Okay.
I'll bring this guy back to the waste management thing.
Okay. You go back to the waste.
Yeah,
man.
throw him in the incinerator.
I brought y'all a gift from the do not burn warehouse shed thing.
Who is this
Who is
grifter?
that?
Yeah, one of the like employees like speaks up. Who's this grifter? Why'd you bring like some random guy off the street? Ah.
Who the hell are you?
Ah.
Wait, did you beat him up?
He was watching me. No, can you give us some space right now? And as I said that to the worker, he was watching.
You hear like his grumbles like fade away into the distance.
He was watching me and Tasag as we were going through the warehouse, and he said he'd seen someone in a mask there before.
Can I ask him, like, the guy to confirm it? Like, is everything he said true? Is that what you saw?
Yes, I promise.
Can I insight him?
Yeah.
I can
mean-
insight him.
I mean, Bruh, he's like he's being like restrained by Tasog. He's kind of slightly bleeding from the mouth. He seems like pretty fucking scared. It'd be weird if you were lying in this situation.
Well, and he was just watching. Okay. I don't normally handle our hostage situation, and especially not in like this kind of context. What
Yeah, I don't
what
really.
do you want to do with him, MK?
Well, I just brought him here in case you guys want to ask him anything. But I really don't know what to do with how to make sense of this, because if this hooded mask guy is the guy we think it is, he didn't take anything from that shed. He just opened the lock, looked inside, pulled his notebook out, and then left.
Did you see anything? Did you find any of the sludge,
No sludge.
like in any of them?
No.
Okay.
Maybe that's what he was going there to check, to see if sludge was being delivered there.
But apparently this guy said he didn't he didn't do anything at all. I don't think he said he went in and checked anything. He just busted out a notepad and left.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Anyone have any ideas?
Don't make me let him free.
Well, we know that he takes pretty, he's a pretty diligent note taker on his experiments. So, if this happened a little while ago, maybe it's when he kind of first started his operation here, and he was seeing where the waste was going. He checked this warehouse and saw that maybe the stuff was being incinerated, so he worked out a different situation to get it back. I don't know. It might have just been a reconnaissance thing. If he hasn't been back there since, I don't know. We don't know that for sure, but it's a theory.
Do we want to? What do you want to do with your pal there,
My
MK?
pal? How old does my pal look?
Middle-aged.
No, damn, too old.
Let him go. Too old? What does that mean?
Too old to join my ragtag team of parkour people.
I mean, you also
Okay.
beat him. I don't think he wants to join.
Get out of here!
No, he's gonna make him join.
Get out of here!
Hey, what if we use phlogiston on the core? Would that? Did you mention phlogiston might do something with? Did you?
Your
You did,
Base
right?
might do something.
With the
Okay.
Negredo core.
Thank you, Andrew.
We could try.
That was me.
What does,
Oh,
But
thank you,
that-
Alex.
Try.
Should we bring the core to the research team? Would that be helpful at all? Is it more useful to us? Because next step for us is stakeout, right?
Take out.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, right?
Okay, I'm done. I'm game.
Yeah.
Let me set up. Let me get my popcorn ready.
If you guys want to give up the core to the research team, we can. But I
Well,
don't,
it
don't
could
know
be
how much
useful,
more they're
but
gonna
I
get
don't
out
know.
of it.
Let's just hold on to it.
What's up?
Yeah, we can hold on to it. That's cool.
Okay.
Take out.
Well, I just know you wanted to go to the research facility. I wasn't sure if you wanted to give them the core or not.
We can go, or I can go check on the research peeps, just see how things going, and then we'll go back and get ready for the stakeout. Oh.
Yes.
Maybe check on Nadia, see how keeping public order is going, because if everything's going to shit already, we still have time in the day to help with that stuff.
And we do or do not want to cut open the hands of every man, woman, and child in the city.
Do not.
Where are we
I
in
think
that?
it would work.
Okay,
We
maybe.
could get this contained so easily. Not easily, but straightforwardly.
Maybe. We'll think about it. If things are getting really bad, it might be an
If
option.
things are getting bad, it's too late.
I'm just gonna make my way to the sewers. You guys do your thing. I'm just gonna get pre-prepped at the sewers for
For
Sure.
a day? It's tomorrow night.
tomorrow night. I thought it was just during the day, really. It's a pickup.
Oh, I assumed the pickup was at the end of the day.
Oh, it's
I
not
don't
like-
know if we know exactly when it is.
Yeah, it's
I
not
guess
like
we don't
5
know when.
a.m. like garbage man pickup.
Oh, might be garbage man pickup.
Could be morning.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Yeah,
I'll
sh-
just go there now.
Did we find that out from Todd or
Yeah.
Todd, I'm back.
Well,
Todd.
no, because
or not Todd? The person at filtration.
Person at
Yeah, we
filtration.
have to ask
I'll just go right now then.
Check in with the person from filtration. See if it's a miscommunication kind of thing. Like, the
Right.
pickup person.
Kind of
it's-
feel like it's not.
it would be a hell of a coincidence if they're
No.
like, oh yeah, we've just been accidentally logging two
No.
deliveries.
No, I mean if they're taking advantage of the filtration system not being as organized, or if He's in on it, is what I meant. Yeah.
I'm more so interpreting as the sense that the worker, he's normal, and then the way he experiences it is that there's 2 pickups every week, but the way it's regularly scheduled and maintained ought to be 1.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
And no one in this city checks in with other departments, so
Apparently,
they.
this guy suddenly started getting 2 deliveries a week,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Fuck it, I guess this is how it is now."
And Jared didn't give him a name, so can't be a name on it.
Yeah. What's his name, Jared?
Todd, though. Todd could be in on it.
Todd.
I mean,
Yeah, and
they're only locking 1 delivery. I don't know.
and we're telling the people at the burning at the what's it called? The incineration team. Check every check every barrel. If it has black sludge, just put it on the side. Don't burn it, and we will not be paying overtime. I'm gonna check in on Trent. How's he doing?
Traumatized.
He's
Too much
good.
stress.
I feel like he's done enough. He's had enough trauma in his life that this level of trauma is like baby.
I mean, this isn't even really
This
trauma.
trauma?
Black goop.
No.
oh,
I meant like the
actually,
fight that
wait.
happened right in front of him last time, with the like guard melted in front of his face.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, that one wasn't fun.
Does Little Trent have nightmares?
You wouldn't know.
Do you have nightmares, Trent?
Yes.
Oh no! I need to get you a therapist. This
He's
isn't
learned
good.
he's learned to be quiet when he sleeps though.
The
Oh my
No
God,
screaming
yeah.
out. It's just whimpering.
That's so fun.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
No. Why you do this?
I
could be
need to
Trent's
help my
therapist.
baby boy.
He
Oh,
hasn't
baby.
Burmonk, he hasn't told you about them because he doesn't want to be a bother. But at the same time, you've noticed.
How much of this is canon?
All
is this
of
all
it.
canon?
Yes.
God damn it. No, Trent, you need to tell me about these things. This is important.
This other stuff's important though too. Like we should
No.
focus on this stuff, right?
This your stuff does not take away from
What-
the other stuff.
But what about when you have nightmares?
Oh.
I don't have nightmares.
Do you not have nightmares?
No, he has nightmares.
Okay, roll
Crying in the
deception
background.
against this child.
Liar.
He has very vivid nightmares of all the people he's killed.
Yeah.
People or human?
He mostly killed humans, so yeah.
I'm gonna give Trent a +1 to this.
No,
Because
I
I
only
feel
rolled an
like
11.
that's the only thing that he would have is like insight, so that I don't want to explain it. Never mind.
I mean, he couldn't
He has
tell it.
one plus
Mister
one.
was
He knows the adults
God.
around him are gonna hurt
Yeah,
him.
he
Oh.
could tell his sister was a death guy.
Anyway, you try and you're like I don't have nightmares, but he knows that you're like he's just like
My stuff is things I can deal with, but you are my son. You need to be honest about these things because that's important.
You guys are still developing rapport.
But if I get help, then so do you.
Oh, sure.
Insight check.
Sure. If you get help, I'll get help. But part of that is you need to be honest with me when something is wrong, and you need to tell me when something is wrong. Because I don't just want to work on your like physical strength. I need to make sure that you are mentally okay.
Okay.
And I'll give him a little hug, and then I strap the gas mask on his face.
Now hold your breath for as long as you can. I don't know if this works. Yeah, you can get him a gas mask and put it on.
I'm also getting one for me.
Okay. You put it on
I don't-
over your helmet.
I was gonna say I'm not sure how it would work because I'm wearing the helmet.
Yeah.
If it would fit underneath, but I think it would also be funny if it was just sitting on top of the helmet,
Yeah.
literally
It's
doing
not fully
nothing.
fastened. It's not fully fastened. You're just like, this is better than nothing, right?
Just breathe toward the gas mask.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you going next? What to do?
MK is gonna go straight to this.
I want to
Okay.
do the fucking
Um,
research.
The sewers are not happening for like a day and a half, by the way. Like the
Yeah.
stakeout.
That's
MK?
fine.
They're coming later. Or
Okay.
why did they come
I
early
just
on
want to make
Wednesday?
sure that you are aware.
No, I'll join them.
I'm gonna
You
go
don't
hang out
have
with
to.
Nadia.
I just
I'll
want to make sure
join
that
the
MK
research
knows that he would just
team.
be in the sewers for like a day.
MK joins the research team.
Okay. You all accompany. Yes.
Can I go hang out with Nadia?
How come Burba gets to hang out with Nadia?
You can
But
hang
he
out with
told
Nadia. Nobody said you
you.
could.
No one's saying you can't.
Why are you monopolizing all of Nadia's time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nadia's mine.
Burmag.
Back the fuck off.
That's
Yeah.
not very cash money of you.
Wait,
I
can
need
we
to.
go and
I
try
need
to
to
help
find a mom
Nadia
for Tren.
and see if
Oh my
you
god.
have Short Bula? Stop it. You have Short Bula.
Okay.
Yeah. Stop
I need
trying
to find a body for Sword Bula.
Um,
No.
Can I also go find Nadia? Try to help see if there's anything I can help with calming down the people.
Yeah. You can go with Burmag to find Nadia.
I'm gonna go with Module and Burmag and Nadia too.
Oh, okay.
Are
You
we
know what?
all
If
switching
they're if
research
they're
Where's
now?
hanging
Anna
out,
going?
I'm gonna go hang out with Nadia too.
I don't have any interest in research, quite frankly.
Parkour with me.
I mean, I'm not offended. I know you're not
Yes,
interested
I would
in me.
love to parkour with you.
All right, parkour gang,
Can
come
you
over
teach
here.
me?
I
Teach me
really
your
want to
ways.
go, but it's gonna. So I won't.
It's gonna what you?
No, you're gonna be so good at it.
You
Come on,
think?
it doesn't hurt. It won't do permanent damage.
You got this.
Parkour
We're
gang,
both
come
learning.
here. You
Okay.
guys will get to meet my little group that I've made.
Your little
Okay.
gang.
Yeah, my little
I'm
gang,
about
my
to be the
rogue
worst
raiders.
parkour person in
but-
history.
Before you begin to all split off, you see as a couple civilians kind of speak out and like start to move towards your group. Calrez, is that? Are you back home? Calrez, is that you?
Huh?
As you see that
Yes, it's me.
Tasag kind of like winces at first, and then like begins to turn around and just says, "I'm sorry, we've been over this before. I am no longer Calrez." And he turns to you and he turns to all of you and he says, "You should all go ahead. I will join you soon enough."
Who's there?
The parkour.
Just all like before you guys split off.
Oh, okay.
This is my business.
What's this Calrez?
Winston is like heavily like, I refuse to admit that Tasag has any depth.
I'm gonna parkour away.
It's not my business. It seems like a private issue.
I'm gonna parkour
Okay.
away, but in
I'm gonna, like,
actuality,
stalk him.
yeah,
Okay.
in actuality, I'm gonna be eavesdropping into the conversation.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Here's my parkour roll.
Wait, who's gonna teach me parkour? Where'd he go?
Oh, one of my rogue raiders will find you.
You do like a little cartwheel on the ground. You're just like parkour.
Parkour.
But the rest of you are just like, okay, time to find Nadia.
I'll teach you later, Winston. Don't worry.
Boromog, you're
Yeah,
going to
okay.
find Nadia.
Yes.
Winston, are you just gonna wait for MK
Oh,
to come
MK
back? Or you...
disappeared. I'm just gonna go with Burmag.
Okay, Modril.
I'm going to Nadia, right? To help try to calm people down. That's the
Oh,
plan.
yes, that's right. Okay. Anna will look towards you, Eve, and go, I'm gonna go with them.
Okay.
Oof.
Mm.
That's rough.
Hey, I don't take it personally. None of you want to come with me with this either, and I get it. Okay, it's not the first time I've done research on my own. And I
Eve
want
doesn't
to.
even want to come with her to this.
Yeesh.
My brain's just not that big, man.
Okay. We'll start with MK. You are basically listening in on Tasag speak with these people. One of them is a Genasi, and the other one is an Asimar. But they approach, and they continue to like, Calrez, you keep saying these things, but it's so obviously you. You have to come home. You have to be with your family if you want to finish healing.
Jesus,
And
what the
Tasag is just continues by saying, I have tried all that you have said, and I spent many months with you all, with the supposed family, and yet none of those memories that you speak of come to me. That is, this Calrez you speak of. You must accept that they are gone. Now I am Tasag. Whoever Calrez was, I hold none of his memories or his feelings for you all. It is best if you let go. And as he's saying that, the other person's like, no, no, your family. We will not let you just go. You belong with us, Calrez, and I, however long it takes, we'll be by you. We promise. We'll even start calling you Tasag, well, just like you wanted. You have to stay with us, your family. And this continues for a couple more minutes until Tasag finally just says, I must go now. I have a very important mission. It is best you return as well and look after your own. And Tasag leaves without acknowledging them any further.
They parkour away.
He walks into an alleyway and then parkours up to the roof.
And I slowly started hearing parkour from far
Yeah,
away.
just a very faint parkour.
Oh, you just had to make it sad.
And he found
And
peace in parkour.
The people were that continue to scream out like, Cal, you no, please come back, Cal.
No more parkour.
Ian.
Moving on to Reese Bird. Rebird.
I'm gonna go to. Oh shit, who do I go to actually for this?
Yeah, good question.
I'll go to Castros first
Okay.
and be like, "Hi, any
Oh,
progress
you're back.
on?" Yes, yeah, there was. I did a little bit more investigating, but I wanted to check in first on any progress on what's it called, the detection method.
We're trying that method that you told the guards about, the looking at the blood. And we looked at a couple of the corpses that you sent in. I don't know. Velvet and Azure know more about that, but they essentially we've kind of like separated them into two main categories.
Uh-huh.
The cocoons, so like the people with like that will burst open, right?
Okay.
And the mimics, essentially. The ones that look and behave like us, but then turn into like completely monstrous creatures just at random.
Cocoons and mimics, alrighty.
So, the cocoons, we found out, the blood thing works great, but we don't know for mimics, and we're trying to figure out what's the difference between them.
Have you found any of these things? And I'll show him the core.
What? How did you... Let me see that. And he takes it from you.
Just be careful. Don't let it touch or get near too much of the black sludge. It seems to be a focusing point. The black sludge is attracted to this.
Yeah, I see. He puts it down and gets some a small vial of black sludge that he had before. He'll like drip a little on. He like, and I assume that you found one in the wake of like one of their destruction, right?
Yes. Right after we killed, I'm pretty sure it was a mimic. After we killed a mimic, we were able to find it.
Okay, so this is small sample size for the data, but if this is consistent, then it seems like this might be the major difference. And in
Yeah.
that case, Azure, come over here. We need to try some. We need to test some things out.
Should I get Velvet as well?
No. She won't be able to help with what I have in mind.
Okay.
And Azure comes over. Okay. We need to do some tests, Azure. You know, classic things, like classic array. You know what I mean. And Azure's like, uh-huh. Okay. Sure, what is this? And Cash just says, I think it might be their core, like their heart. So I just need to confirm though, we need to run a couple of tests. I think what we'll find will be very interesting. And they run a few tests. It takes a little bit. But eventually Cassius like looks at all of the results like, oh, I see. Eve. Yes, Eve.
Yes.
You've studied alchemy? Like I just the way that you talk about all this. It seemed like you studied before.
I have dabbled in it, in the art.
Dabbled. Okay. So then hold on till you hear what I'm about to say. This is so obviously Negredo, right? The first
Sure.
step in the magnum opus. In
Yeah.
generally what is supposed to be our lives' work.
Yeah.
Like what it culminates to as an alchemist.
Yeah.
The creation of a philosopher's stone. But theoretically, it's a very contradictory process.
Mm-hmm.
Because principles of alchemy teach you to all the stuff about like anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. This, I think what this is its core, essentially. But more than that, it's prima materia.
Great. I'm sorry.
And
I sound upset, but this is actually this is. Wait. Time out, Jared.
right?
Wait. Time out. I'm just gonna. In my notes, it says I have 2 vials of prima materia.
What?
Yeah, in my notes it says I have 2 of those, but then it says that's the black sludge.
Mmm.
So the black sludge isn't the prima
No.
materia.
No, it is
Okay.
not.
Okay. Clarified? Continue.
So obviously we would think that this black substance, the Negredo, that's what the prima materia is. Like that's our idea of what it should be, right?
Yes.
But no, because Negredo is supposed to be the decomposition. It's supposed to be the removal of all stuff, of all the unnecessary stuff, and what's left is prima materia.
Mm-hmm.
The core. But it seems like the core, the prima materia, can still hold on and give more purpose to the Negredo, much like all living organisms and all to move from the metaphysical soul, in this case, and to physically create it and like combine all of it in principality to form something dense enough to serve as albedo, as the purified result. But this is already partway through.
Okay.
Theoretically, if we wanted to, we could push it all the way through. We would have to find a way out. There's not enough energy. This is the question. And at this point, Velvet will come over and go like, hey, Castros, you're getting ahead of yourself. We're supposed to be resolving this issue, not helping the enemy. And Castros is like, right. You're right. Sorry. But but if we could find a way to consistently engage the process of albedo to completion, we could get rid of mimics easily without having to combat them.
How?
Because, I mean, the mimics, they're already gone and dead. We don't have a way to detect them yet, but they're just hiding in plain sight. Whoever they used to be, the Negredo substance, this black substance, it fully attached to their core and broke them down and is now mimicking them.
Okay.
So whoever they are, they're completely gone. There's no way we can bring them back. But if we fully go through albedo, it gets rid of all of the black sludge, and it only leaves the compressed, pure albedo form.
Right, but that doesn't give them access to a body. It just purifies.
Exactly. It gets rid of it,
Oh,
so we don't have to deal with the mimics anymore. We wouldn't even have to necessarily, I guess, detect them.
okay,
If we
but what?
could, on a massive scale throughout the entire city, force that process.
Well, to start, how are we gonna figure out the purification process to begin with? We're not even talking about the power source here.
Yeah, I don't. Hmm. Here, let's. I mean, this thing's already halfway there. It seems like it just hasn't met the energy threshold as he like gestures to the core that you're holding. So maybe we can study it further. We might be able to figure something out.
But we're not just gonna hit it with a lot of energy, right?
No. I want to kind of try and reverse engineer how it got to this point. Because if there's no the way that the reason I say it's like halfway through is because it's without any like of the Negredo substance, it's still stable. Because
Yeah.
usually, if you leave a core alone for long enough, in your experience, they've died essentially, right? And yet this one remains stable for a longer period of time. So it's like wavering in between the two states.
Okay, here, let me try something. Jared, I'm gonna use my Helma telepathy on the core,
Mm-hmm.
and initially, is there anything coming out from the core? Any present?
Hmm. High or low?
Let's go with high.
Okay.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Immediately as you start, you detect a presence.
God, is it the guard?
It doesn't seem to have any, like, surface-wise, you don't detect anything.
Okay,
You just
I will.
feel a physical presence.
I
Or a
will.
mental presence, sorry. Ugh.
I don't want to use Mind Sliver on the core, but yeah, okay, I'll just dig deeper on the core.
Okay.
The DC is.
Oh, no worries. It fails.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you dig deeper, and as you dig deeper, you just hear, oh, man, I wish I had a soundbite of this. Damn it. Give me a sec. Oh, not that.
I hate this because the alchemy plot that I'm like learning about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has to do with removing a soul from its body, purifying that soul, and then like syncing the psychospiritual and the physical cores, right? And what
Mm-hmm.
happened to Eve? Her soul was
Familiar?
moved, right? Was moved to a different fucking body.
But also, you haven't gone through Negredo yet, have you?
I don't fucking know. My
Anyway.
body was dying.
Mm.
Fuck off. Well, don't. I want to know more, but
Mm-hmm.
Effective.
oh, I love this.
That is the first thing you
I
hear.
love this.
Unintelligible whispering from all around.
Okay.
But eventually, just as you dig deeper and your presence is more known, it ceases. And it's just silent for a little bit. Can you give me an investigation check?
Gladly. Anything to this?
Do you want to add anything to that?
No, I meant
MK,
like
why are you rolling investigation?
like advantage or anything.
Oh, no. Flat.
Okay.
I'm investigating for
Mm.
more use
Oh,
to
fuck.
recruit into my
Okay,
cause.
Flash of Genius.
Okay. At
18.
first you don't, you think it just completely disappears, but there's still a mental presence, and yet you're digging deeper, but you're not detecting anything. But it's not like it was with Anna. Like, it's not that it's so faint that there's no presence. It is present, but you're not hearing anything, and it's just a confusing loop in your head. But then you just barely sense it. It's not that it's not thinking something. It seems to be thinking like you. So much so that you didn't notice at first. And then it makes sense. This is the core, the prima materia without any material around it. And yet you've introduced yourself, prime material. And it clicks. These cores, they just mimic whatever's around them. Given long enough, they'll take form.
Okay.
Do you continue
Okay.
to dig, or do you what do you do?
Oh, I'm gonna continue to dig. I'm gonna dig until I can.
Okay, you continue to dig, and it is very much the same thing. As you're digging deeper and deeper, this whatever mentality behind this core, this thing is, it replicates your thought process more and more until you get this. At first, it's just kind of like a little, like a buzz. It's like a slight echo, just kind of a noise. But as you dig more, it grows in more intensity. It's being exposed to more of you, so it has nothing else to be but you. And this is a unique but also an upsetting experience as the echoing grows louder and louder until it just sounds like you're shouting at yourself within your own mind. Can you give me a constitution check?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can.
Okay.
17.
You're able to hold strong, but it's like a piercing headache. It's like you're literally arguing with a reflection. It repeats what you say word for word mentally. It's just the more that you're within it, the more it's just you.
Can I
Doesn't have
question
a
its memories? Like I'll question it, be like, what was, I don't know, like the first paper we wrote or something like that.
Okay, what do you remember as your first paper?
Some stupid thing about elves being more athletic than orcs. I don't know. Something
Okay.
racist. I didn't like it.
Okay, so
It was an
the
opinion piece.
first
I
thing
didn't-
that you think is like, what was my first paper? And the thoughts of the core is, what was my first paper? And immediately when you think of the first paper you remember, it thinks of the first paper you remember.
Okay.
There is almost no delay. It just repeats what you think
Okay.
right in this moment.
Okay.
And give me another concentration or constitution check.
Sure.
Okay. You hold strong. You're still remembering like where it is you are, what you are doing. You're pushing through. The migraine is still ever present.
Okay. Okay. Way back when we first found the cloning room, right?
Mm.
Iris and Burmug fought like a sludge, right? A black sludge.
Yes.
Was it the same kind of like what we fought before, like the black sludges we're fighting right now?
You don't know.
Fuck. Okay.
And neither does this thing, obviously.
Oh well, yeah.
Give me another concentration or constitution check.
Sure. It's not gonna shut me out that easily. Fuck off.
Oh,
Can I try to?
no, that's not what this is for. It's not a save, it's a check.
Oh, well. Oh. Oops. I thought they were saves. Well, that is -4.
-4. I mean, it doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything.
Okay. Can I try to control it?
Okay. Sure. Roll.
Yeah, this is a weird one.
Roll intelligence with
Okay.
disadvantage.
Okay. Ooh.
You
think
try
that
to
will help there.
you try to control it, but it's about the same thing as like controlling your reflection come to life. Like, sure, you can know what it's going to do because that's the thing that you're going to do, but at the same time, you will never be one step ahead of it.
Got it. Okay.
It's literally just going to reflect you. Give me a constitution check.
Yeah, I think I'll probably.
Okay. With
I-
that,
Yeah. Okay. Is this a fail? Because I'm fine with it failing.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. With that, you are sitting with it more and more, and the it's becoming more and more overwhelming until like you're starting to almost like meld with it. You're starting to forget like a time before you were just one voice instead of two. You're losing your previous identity as a singular entity. It's always been the both of you. That's the only way to make sense of it. Because this thing, it is you now. It has to be, right? And it is both the most excruciating, painful experience, but also like the most relieving. You've never been alone. You've always had you. You've always been there for you.
Oh shit.
And you don't have to worry about you anymore, because you have you to look after you. And it's just the cyclical nature of an overwhelming sense of you. And through that, ironically, you're losing sight of who you actually are. It's just this constant echo, this unending, and then, quick as a flash, you are pulled back out of this as Castros like steps into your field of view and blocks it. And it's just like collapsed in front of you. It's like, hey, what the hell was going on?
Okay. A lot. And a little at the same time. Oh
Because
geez.
that thing over there, it started fucking glowing all kinds of colors, and it was trying to move around and change. For a moment, it looked like humanoid, but there's not enough mass for it to form into anything.
Okay. Okay.
So it was just stuck like that, and then, like, you were completely out of it. You were
Yeah.
just staring right into it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Jared, I didn't need an existential crisis. Give me a second. I'll just like I'll wave off Castros. I'll wave him off.
No. Tell me what just happened.
Okay. These Okay, real quick question, Jared. At the very end where I was like, "There's always been two," is that still like in my
No,
head?
you're like coming out of it. You're like,
Okay,
oh, like
okay,
it's like it's taking you a bit. It's a bit of shell shock, but you are like you're realizing, oh, that was like insanity.
okay, okay. So I tried to read its mind, and I succeeded.
Oh,
It doesn't.
okay.
It doesn't have its own mind, like how you dubbed it. Like it's a mimic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Except it isn't quite just a mimic. It essentially takes over the soul that well because I think it was essentially not taking my soul, but it was gonna become me. I think it like those changes you were saying, if it had enough Negredo in it, it would have become me, and I don't know if it would have consumed me or not. But
Oh, what?
um yeah, so I think while it's in a person, it is slowly eating away at their mind. And when their mind is most vulnerable, it just takes over, and it and the person's mind become the same thing. But it's still that person. Until it's not, which is when
Huh.
it becomes like it shows its true form as that like monstrous thing that attacks people. Um uh so
Yeah. So like, wait, how does it get to that point then of like it was mimicking something, but then it became its neutral state again? Like, gotta be. Hmm.
there there was a guy that I encountered in my first mission in the coalition, and he is able to control and repurpose like the black sludge, this like rudimentary Negredo. Um, and we encountered him here as
So
well.
then, so then maybe this neutral core that we have is a novel experience. Maybe maybe the Negredo wraps around an already living thing's soul, takes its current form, and then mimics that, and whoever's puppeteering all of these things like keeps it that way and knows like and can trigger them at any point. But then how did it become a neutral state? That's the hmm. Un, unless no, it,
How much energy can a soul contain? And how many souls would would give it enough energy to purify itself?
that's
Because the Negredo is the physical.
that's the
Next
thing.
step is the soul, is the spiritual.
In you see as he gets like a dread, like a look of dread in his face. In in alchemy, what is the one place where all energy, everything ends up? What is the one concept that consumes all?
Hold up. Equivalent exchange? No. Yes?
It's it's death.
Ah, okay, that was the second off.
Like the entropy of all energy in a biological system, all alchemical energy falls into this heat sink of death, of this untapped reservoir. So then maybe it's ego death, the death of its metaphysical, of the metaphysical concept of what its soul used to be, is what pushed it ever so slightly towards this neutral state. And then it's highly impressionable at that point. So then that would mean this is the big hurdle. It's not that an alchemist or a philosopher's stone is impossible to create. It's just no alchemist is willing to create.
I wouldn't say no, because clearly someone's orchestrating.
Because that's the
But
thing. They would have to tap into all of that energy within death itself. That would be the only thing with enough energy to fully push the prima materia towards albedo. You know the alchemical symbol for death, right?
oh yeah,
And he like pulls out a paper. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'll write it down just in case. Here.
upside down triangle with a line through it.
Yes. Start looking around town for these symbols. And any
Yeah.
other alchemical symbols. Anywhere.
Give me those extra symbols.
Here.
Um,
Notify any of the guards that you can. Tell them to start looking around for these symbols.
yeah.
If it is what we might think, then there might not be much we can do.
Right now, let's do what we can to figure out the cocoon situation. I think the mimics are long gone. Unless I don't. The only.
I think the mimics are just hiding in wait.
Yeah. Let's figure out the cocoons. Let's figure out the detection methods.
I wasn't listening too much, but I think at this point Velvet will step in and
Yeah.
say, we weren't listening too much, but I think the guard captain said that they had a plan to deal with, in their words, those imposters.
Okay. Is he here? Let me. I
No,
wanna-
no, he gathered the guards, like all guards, and started something.
When?
Earlier today.
Fuck. Okay. Can you figure out the detection method?
Not for the mimics, but for the cocoons,
Cocoons.
the blood in the hand. That's all we got. We're
All you
still
got?
working for the mimics.
Okay. Um. Okay. Let's do that. I'm gonna see what the guard captain has in mind. Keep up the good work, people. We will. Hope is not yet done here, and I will open a window and immediately fly out looking for the guard captain and or the team.
Okay.
And
So-
I'm keeping that core with me, Jared.
Okay.
They are not keeping that core. They're not keeping my baby.
What the fuck?
No, I'm kidding. Though I do think that I'm highly suspecting that I am technically a core. That's what I'm thinking that I am. Because how else would you transfer a soul?
Who
Anyway,
would be the original?